spoke yesterday a little bit about how you've been competing for so long and never really had breaks. What's just it been like to have this time off, and like what has it done for you mentally and physically, just in terms of benefits?
Just great, and I decided to take a longer break before the fight with Valentina Shevchenko. That I knew that after the fight I was going to take a longer break, because people know me only from the UFC. But it's a great year. I turned 32, and I promised to my friend, a friend of mine, that it's going to be the best year of my life. And because I went through some difficulties in my personal life for the last 2 years, I lost the belt, and like my life just went down, like personal wise and business wise. But you know what? Actually, it was just a lesson, and it was just a stop, and I'm just great and better now. So it was great, and it's my 5th anniversary in the UFC this year. That's amazing, because I remember the moment when I was just making a transition from Muay Thai to MMA, and I was waiting to sign with the UFC. I became the champ very quick. I was very dominant. So I've been competing for the last 16 years. And honestly, I was jumping from camp to camp, and people are only talking about my 10 months break, but people don't talk about my 16 years of huge legacy, because I've been competing in Muay Thai, boxing, kickboxing. I did 100 fights before I became MMA fighter. It's going to be my 13th fight in the UFC. I don't know, maybe 18th or 19th in my fighting career. But it was great. I wanted to rest, reset my body physically, mentally. So after the fight, I was back home. Even I lost, I was proud of myself, my team. I kept my head up because I gave a good fight with Valentina Shevchenko. We saw her performing with Liz Carmouche. She just ripped her head off, So I was very proud. I could stand with the real champ for long 5 rounds. That's the thing. But guys, after resting, like taking this break, I got to the point where I wanted to be. It's not like I didn't feel the power anymore, and I was not motivated to train. But like stepping into the Octagon, starting a new camp, it's always like a debut for me, So I'm getting excited because I love my job, my big passion and hobby. Sacrificing for so many years became my job, and I can make a living of it, But sometimes we get too far. We want to get more and more. I always 100% into what I'm doing in my life, and this is what I was doing, giving myself, getting myself. But I forgot about myself. It was life changing for me to signing with the UFC, winning the belt. I approach a lot in my life, but I couldn't enjoy it even, So this is what Tyron Woodley says: not from zero to hero, from nothing to something, And it was time to enjoy myself, I built a house in Poland. I started a few ideas like businesses, and I've been to 7 countries already on 5 different continents. And right after the fight, I'm going to Bali. I always love to travel, and I want to do more. Like this year I started like January 1st, I flew to Thailand for 2 weeks. So I want to be focused more also on myself as a woman, as a human. And I love to travel. I love photography. I love doing businesses. I have, like I said, I have so many hobbies and passions, and making myself happy. I know I can do more in the Octagon. So this is who I am today. And it's like people asking, what's new? What did you change? Like nothing. I just brought the old Joanna, like with the full happiness. And if you don't have your head clear, your heart strong, you cannot go further, And I cleared the patch. I'm surrounded by good people, no toxic people in my life anymore. I cannot compare myself to Freddie Mercury, but if you watch the movie like Bohemian Rhapsody, or if you even watch Rocketman, you see that there are rats, like family, they pushing away your family, your friends, your closest one, and like you just wanna, stay calm, and you sick of these people, so you always say yes, 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 and these people like making tons of bad things around you don't even know about. So I'm very happy that I have good people around me right now, and I know who I am, and that's the point. I'm excited to step to the Octagon on Saturday. I'm focused on Saturday's fight with Michelle Waterson, but of course I set my goals. I set my yearly goals, monthly, weekly, daily goals, because every day we have to be able to do some adjustments, because life is surprising us every day. But I wanna be the challenger and fight for the strawweight belt again. I know that this Saturday Michelle Waterson is just my next stop, so I put on hell of a performance for the last 13 long weeks. It was hard, and before every camp I'm like quality over quantity, but I'm such a hard worker, and I always have to have this feeling that I've done everything and anything I could. So 100% I will step to the octagon on Saturday and tomorrow on the weigh-ins, at the weigh-ins.
Can you talk about the pressure of being a champion? A lot of champions have come out and said, most notably GSP. You mentioned how you took a break and that was very beneficial for you, and it's something you can't really do as a champion.
I was jumping like, of course, like if you like win lottery, you cannot just stop. You must keep on going. Bringing keep on like. Taking from this lucky star. Of course, when I became the champ, I had my title defense very quick. I was very dominant champ. I was one of the most dominant and active champions in the UFC, man or woman. That's a good point. My legacy is big, but sometimes you forget about yourself. But like I said, give as much, get as much, but don't forget about yourself, because at the end, we are just only humans, and I'm very happy that after I lost to Rose, it was difficult time. I paid the ultimate price. For some things happened before the fight, but the thing is that people saw a human in me, not a winning machine anymore. And I cemented my legacy long time ago. But yeah, that's it.
And talk about sort of what makes you different from the other strawweight champions, because as you said,
I don't want to say, I give lots of credit and to Rose, Jessica, and Weili now, because they made it to the league. Like when people doubt you after you lose the belt, like you win the belt and they tell you like, oh, you're not the real champ, you have to defend the belt, and then you have to do this one more time, then another. But that's the point. In the UFC, there is more than 500 fighters. Like all of the martial artists, like 99.9% of the martial arts athletes from all over the world are dreaming about to get into the UFC. And very often when they get to the UFC, they are like, I'm the man, I'm the girl, I sign with the UFC. But they don't know that the hard work starts after you sign with the UFC. And the point is like, if you get to the top, you a goat. If you fight for the belt and you win, you the man or a girl, you the god. And if you defend, like not 1, 2, 3, but 5 or 6 times, like Ronda Rousey, you the real god, and that's the point. People are always gonna doubt you, test you, and throw stones at you. But you know what I do with these stones? I pick the stones and I cement my fundamentals, So they just make me stronger, because I know who I am. I know who is Joanna Jedrzejczyk, and I know who I want to be as an athlete, human, and woman, and businesswoman in the future, and how I want to hustle every day. That's the point. And what makes me different? Like I said, I don't want to take any of the former or actual champions, the strawweight champions. It's the lightest division in the UFC, but this division brings lots of fire, lots of attention, and the fights are very good. The rivalization is on a top level, but it's not easy to become the champ. But it's definitely more difficult to defend the belt, because you have more stuff to do, more obligations. You need to just you need to be more disciplined if you want to hold the belt. Like you can see, Rose couldn't keep with that. Same Jessica. Now we will see Weili Zhang. But if I know I will step to the octagon with Weili Zhang fighting for the belt, so I don't see her like defending the belt even once. So it means a lot to me. Like people say, but you're not the champ anymore. I'm not the champ. I'm still the champ. Of course, I'm still the champ. Even if I don't have the belt physically, I'm still the champ, because I made it to the league. Same Rose, Jessica, on Weili. But the point is like, hey, defend this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. That's it. So they can doubt me.
We haven't seen a female champion, like a 2-time female champion in the UFC, where someone's lost the belt and come back. It's happened a lot in the men's division. What would it mean for you to be the first to be able to do that?
I know it's going to happens very soon, and if you know if I will win very quick this Saturday, I can step to the octagon very soon. Doesn't matter. I had some interviews with the Asian outlets, media outlets yesterday. They've been asking me. They are super pumped for this fight. They know what's up. They know what's coming, and they ask me if I would like to fight Weili Zhang in Poland, for example, because she's having problems with the US visa. I said, of course. We had an amazing national stadium, brand new, 60,000 people. Actually, there was one MMA show, so it's time for the UFC to take over. The same as I did in Melbourne 3 years ago with Ronda, Holly Holm, and Valerie Letourneau, co-main and main event females fight. I'm ready to do this again, maybe in my homeland in Poland.
What do these next 21 hours or so look like for you in terms of getting down the way? I know you're drinking water there, so are you feeling pretty good right now?
I just had the food. I did few interviews. I did some workout, and next 24 hours are going to be beautiful, man. Because I feel great. I don't know if I should tell you that I'm not going to make a weight or I'm going to make a weight. Wait till tomorrow. I will play with you.
I'm sure you're glad to get past like yesterday's meeting.
Is she going to make it?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Oh, that's fine.
I'm sure you're glad to get past yesterday. Everyone is coming at you hard about the.
I don't see that, man. I don't see that coming.
Well, yesterday at the press conference, at least at the scrum, we were asking questions.
Oh, okay.
You weren't really having it. Can you just kind of describe like what that was like for you and what put that behind you?
Like nothing. I like nothing. I know who I am and I know where I am. Why people don't ask me how I feel?
How do you feel?
I feel great, man. I'm going to be on weight and I will
And what did you
face
weigh?
Michelle Waterson on Saturday.
What would you say you weighed like yesterday when we spoke to you at the?
Beautiful weight.
Yeah.
Like there is nothing to worry about. I'm professional. I always take my business from the beginning till the end. How many champions after they lost they didn't show up at the press conference? I took a big lesson 2 years ago in New York, and I show up. I always take care of my business because I'm a real businesswoman and I'm a real athlete and I'm real, man. I'm very honest. That's the thing, and I always take care of my business. But I have learned that health and life first. That's the point, I would not push something through the limit if it was not worth it, And my health, there is no price for my health, And if someday I'm not going to be able to make a weight, I give my 30%. Someone is going to have a good paycheck, good payday, extra. I don't care, You can buy life.
We were pleasantly surprised to see you yesterday, for sure. Talk about the division and what it does mean that no one's really been able to hold on to the belt at all. Not even for one successful defense. What does that
Rose
say
did
about
that,
the
yeah.
division since you've been champ?
Oh, Rose did that, and man, that it means that I was the right person in the right spot. That I was the champ for a long time for a little reason. That it means a lot to me, And like I said, when people doubt me, I say, look at the numbers, and in such a short period of time, I got from here to here, and like there is legacy, it's not only guessing; it's the legacy behind me,
Joanna, would you say you learned more about yourself on the way up to being the champion, or the adversity that you've dealt with since then?
You know what? After I have learned that you have to be honest with yourself, And I used to be honest, and I'm an honest person. Like people like to be like super sweet and tell you what you wanna hear, but this is not what life is about, Because sooner or later the fake will come out. So I always wanna be the honest. Like people might not like me, but I wanna be honest, and that's the point. And this is what I respect and what I expect from people. But I have learned that I should get even more from their life, because sometimes I was like the shy girl from little town in Poland, and I was not taking as much. But now I know what does it mean to be at the top and fail and get back and like deal with the high, the top businesses, like different money wise, exposure wise, if it's about fighting business as well. So yeah, I just grown, and we take big lessons every day, and I always wanted to make people happy, you know. But if you don't make yourself happy, you're not gonna make people happy, and this is who I am today, you know. So like I said, I cleared the patch, surrounded with the good people, and you know, when you turn 30 years old, you think you experience enough, you're smart enough. But I got the biggest beat up when I turned 30, 31. So, and I know it was only about the time, like a month to maybe 24 months to clear it. And I'm back and I feel totally different, man. Like people ask me, hey, something changed. Like they check my pictures. They're like, the vibe, the atmosphere. I'm like, fucking I myself, and that's it, you know. And I don't care if you like it or not, you know, because like people doubting, like, oh, give me that, do that, make that. Like, do you gonna like work in the gym? I know how hard I work every day, 2-3 times a day. If I have time, I do media, I do sponsorship. I love doing media, TV programs back home in Poland. Looking forward to work more with Balenji Group, who I just signed with, and do more media and obligations here in the States. I love it. But you know, people can give you advices, but they are not in the business, so they don't know shit what they are talking about, you know.
Last question, guys. Was it just time that it took for you to get over those losses, or did you do anything to sort of deal with that?
What do you mean?
Well, you mentioned how
Yeah.
you know they hurt you though.
Yeah.
The losses. Was
Like,
it
it
just
did-
giving it time to
You know, it was something new because I was very dominant in Muay Thai. And of course, losing was not in my daily basics. So the loss I took with Rose Namajunas, it was surprising. But then I went to my locker room. I was crying. I know everyone was posting like videos of me crying. Oh, now she got what she deserved. Like, man, if people would like, you know, if the arrogant people would pay like this, like you know, for being arrogant, so life would be like easier and nicer, you know. But that's not the goal, you know. But the thing is that, you know, I have learned about like myself, the losses I took like that. So I went to the locker room. I was crying, but then I was like, it doesn't hurt. My chin is good. Okay, I got knocked out, but hey, the life is going on, and I'm like I told you guys, I have so many passions, hobbies, and I love life, and I'm living my life, and I'm very thankful and grateful to the UFC, Dana White, Lorenzo. He was the boss back in the day when I signed with them. I remember my first pay-per-view check, and they told me about the numbers after the Melbourne show 193. It was life changing. So I will love them till my death, you know, for giving me a chance. And what I love about UFC, that when you sign with them, doesn't matter if you're a female fighter or man fighter, you get the same, you know. It's all up to you where you're gonna make it and how you're gonna make it to the top. One more question, yeah, you had.
I was just going to ask you what it was like to see the Polish flags down here in Tampa yesterday.
That's beautiful. These fans are from here. They have Polish roots, so it was amazing. And there is more people coming. That so many people texting me, sending messages, screenshots of the tickets and reservations. So I'm very excited. You know, very excited to see all of them. And what I saw in Canada, Toronto or Calgary, because I fought 2 times in Canada last year, man, like so many Polish flags, and it means that the fans are with me, you know, and there is no sport without fans. So big thanks to these guys, but it's like extra motivation. I always spread my hands, like give high fives to my fans, and I just love it, you know. I just so pumped the few minutes or a few seconds before I step into the octagon. That's my life, and I love doing this, you know. So focus on final weight cut, fight, going to be beautiful.